What's going on, guys? It's Kevin from Wolfstrings, and I am back with a new video. I had to take a few weeks off there because life got a little crazy for me. I was in the process of moving, and I had to move the Wolfstrings studio, as well as Portland State University lacrosse started up. So I've been coaching fall ball for the team this year, and it's just been a super busy fall for me. But I hope you guys are having a great fall. I hope school's going well for a lot of you guys, and that you're always playing lacrosse. So. Yeah, guys, it's been a great fall for me so far, but just been super busy. But things have kind of settled down now, and I am back to making videos for you guys. So today I'm really excited to talk about a new head that just was released from Tribe7, and it is the Sting7. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you all should be following me on Instagram. You will have seen the picture I posted of this, let you guys know that we got it in a few weeks ago. And like I said, I've just been so busy, but it's been sitting there, and I've been really wanting to get behind the camera and talk about this with you guys. So let's get into it right now. So like I said, this just came out a few weeks ago, or about this time last month from Tribe7. So it's kind of their newest edition, following up from the Beast 7. The Beast 7 was kind of designed to be the ultimate face-off head, and I think they fixed a few problems with the Beast 7 and kind of incorporated it into the Sting 7. So right out of the gate, let's get into it. I really like the face shape of this head. So I think it's a shorter head, and it's got like a higher pinch and flare up here. And I think that's really good for guys that are looking for a face-off head. Because if you have like a head that doesn't really flare, and it kind of starts out smaller here and then slowly graduates up to the scoop, you're not going to get a real defined area for the ball to sit in. And if your pinch and flare is too low, you're going to have, again, a smaller area for the ball to fit in, and it's just not going to be as accurate. So keeping this bottom section elongated and then putting the pinch and flare up top is really going to help with the face-off position. Similar to like what the CEO has going on, how it has a very extreme and aggressive high pinch and flare. I feel like that's kind of what this head was going for. So that's really going to help with face-offs. And you can see here on the sidewall, you guys, that we've got kind of a small strut going up towards the head, and then two struts going against the head there. And I think there's a couple different elements in design from this sidewall. It kind of reminds me of a clutch, an RP3, and a little bit of the blade in there. So really great heads for face-offs, or heads that had just a really good construction in the sidewall braces. So I think they took some elements from all of those and combined them into something that's going to work really well for face-offs, but as well as I think attackmen would really enjoy this head, especially because of the shorter head design. I think it's going to have a very quick release, and an attackman that's catching it on crease is going to find that really helpful, getting the ball in and out of their stick as quick as possible before those deep pulls start sliding to them. So interesting design here, but I think it's going to work well out on the field. Another big element that you'll notice probably is this huge extra piece of plastic at the bottom. All right, that is called the power nub, and I think it's designed for after you win the face-off to move your hand up here, and it gives you just a bunch of extra plastic to grab onto and just give you a little more grip, so that as you're cutting the crease, you're going to eventually draw some slides and some checks, and this might allow you to grab onto the head a little stronger and have some more grip and not lose the stick. So interesting design elements, like I said, and I just think it's something different that we have not seen before in lacrosse, but it's something that could be really useful on the field. Another big difference here than normal heads is you can see that this bottom rail sidewall just curves down and comes to a complete stop here, and then it's just a single brace at the top of the scoop. So traditionally you'd have a bottom sidewall that continues down into the top of the scoop, but right here it just drops off right on the pinch and flare, and then you've got just a single brace up at the top. And what that's going to do is allow you to have a flatter channel when you string it, as well as a nice flat surface to scoop up a ground ball. And then it's also going to focus your pocket kind of here in the middle of the head, and that's going to give it a really short release as well, because the ball is going to follow, or it's going to travel along the shape of this bottom sidewall rail. So that's going to let the ball launch out really quickly and just have a nice short clean release. So it looks a little funky, but when you think about it, it all makes sense for what they were trying to do with this head. So real quick, I'm going to get behind the camera and then just show you guys up close in a little more detail some of the design elements of the head. Okay, so because of the way this sidewall is designed, it is super, super stiff here. I mean, I can't even compress it when I'm pushing in this way. So stiffness up and down this way is really good. There's no give anywhere in there. And then I think that's also because of the focus bottom rail here. So not allowing it to continue up into the top of the scoop is allowing this piece here to be extremely, extremely stiff. So one thing I like better than the B7 is this element here, because the B7 to me was just a little too flimsy for guys that really were in the 50-50 battles in face-off. They really needed a stiffer head. So again, this whole middle section is super, super stiff, so I see no durability issues happening there, as well as it's going to perform really well for the face-off. So the scoop, like I said, is really flattened, obviously here, no sidewall, bottom rail coming up to the top. And that's going to make ground balls really, really easy. And then it's elongated as well. So traditionally, when the top of when the bottom sidewall rail ends, you kind of have the scoop here, and then obviously it is extended along. So that's just going to give you the illusion of a little bit more reach when you go for a ground ball, just because your pocket is so low in the head. So it's going to feel like you're having a really good reach on the ball, and you don't have to get as close. Like I said, this all translates to having the shorter pocket, which means a really quick release. Then a few design elements here, or a few branding things we have, is Sting7 at the bottom, which is, you know, kind of where they've been putting the names of a lot of their heads. So right there we got Sting7 embossed, and then you can see here is the power nub kind of up close. Pretty thick piece of plastic. Although I will say the head itself is not too heavy. And you can see on the inside there. And then some cutouts in the throat to reduce a little bit of weight. Just a single screw hole right there. And then up top, just like in the B7, we've got Tribe7 here. We've got some nubs here to kind of help with wear and tear on your top string. And then the Tribe7 logo is also right here in the throat, T7. So really great looking head, even though it has some funky designs to it. I think it actually looks pretty cool. And you can see that they started this in the B7, but they've continued doing this in the Sting7, is that the sidewall holes now go all the way to the top of the scoop. So in a lot of Tribe7 heads, you'll notice that the sidewall holes usually stop about here, and then they don't continue up, so you have to do some type of modified top string or have them string it up for you. But they did this in the B7, and I'm glad they continued to do it here in the Sting7, so it just makes it a little easier to string for most people. And they're a decent size. They're a little on the small side, so using cross lace is what I would recommend to string this up. But you know, if you plan it out right, you can probably get away with using standard sidewall string. So yeah, you guys, very, very funky looking head, but I think it looks cool. You know, it's got a unique design to it, and I think it's gonna look crazy on the field. And I'm really excited to get this strung up, and I know a couple guys at PSU are pretty excited to help me test it out. So in the comments below, I'd love for you guys to tell me what you think I should string this up with. You know, what kind of mesh, what kind of color, stuff like that. If you've got a Sting7, let me know what your setup is with it. I'm curious to see what's working for you guys, or if you found something that doesn't quite work, stuff like that. So yeah, guys, comment below and just let me know what you think about it. And as always, I'd love for you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would really help us out with making more videos. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up below. It just takes half a second to punch it, and that would really help us out, you know, getting this information out to more people. So thank you guys so much for watching. You know, I'm really excited to get the Tribe7, you know, strung up and play with it, and then I'll also next week plan on comparing it to the B7, so I'll have them side by side for you guys to check out once they're all strung up. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.